Kerbal Space Program! Kerbal Space Program!
Then you have to balance this on your head.
Wait, I can't. What is that? Why would it? That would be really. So let's just show you this. Sky made this in her pottery class.
I don't have pottery class.
What is it? Art class. She made it herself.
It's not really a class. It's
So
more like
this is a pretty awesome.
It has tiny pieces of glass.
So yeah, Sky actually makes pottery in her spare time. She's pretty awesome about it. But we need to find Kerbal. We got to find the Kerbal Space Program. Hey, Kerbal. Oh, apparently it says 99%. It's updating or something like that. Let's see what's going on.
Let's play Little Inferno.
Oh, there we go. We're not going to play that. No. We're going to play...
After Kerbal Space Program, we get to play...
I have...
Inferno. Wow. Wait, your face is half... Your face is half.
There, look! We have Kerbal Space Program.
I wish this was like Team Fortress or something.
You wish this was like Team Fortress? Build 1020. Okay, so...
I wear black headphones.
Are you gonna play this? But the things are plugged in there.
I don't really care. I wear black headphones.
1.0, 1.0.05, 1.0, 1.0, 1.5.
Tell me if my hair
We're going to play the the experimental, the next version, before you all can, because we like to play the game, we like to blow the rockets up. Da 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 da. Da-la-la, da-la-la, da,
I can do a Beethoven song. I don't know.
You should get your violin.
No.
No. So you can show them, Lucky. La 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 la. Da 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 da. Da 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 la 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 la.
Lucky isn't here.
Beethoven's Ninth is actually pretty awesome, despite the Nazi things. So I am actually testing it with some mods, just in case you wonder. No, get the violin and show him. What? You probably shouldn't walk upstairs with the headphones on.
Yeah, I took that.
Okay, now I need to clear this stuff out of here. Holy moly! And Sky's insisting that we have to have this thing. I'm going to fly this. So let's see if Valentina Kerman can actually fly. Casper, we are okay for actually showing Kerbal Space Program 1.5 point whatever, right? Don't post things. Nightbot will so Casper, technically any number from 0 to 4 billion can be converted to an IP address. Is Nightbot really that sensitive? Okay, so this was. Yeah, that was Sky. Hey, Eagle! Hello. So I've just put my microphone over here. I'm not sure how loud this is going to be. I might need to adjust the volume. But technically, you can also convert any number from 0 to 4 billion, 4 point whatever, into an IP address, right? It's absolutely valid, and a lot of people overlook that when they write security software. Okay, so this is actually the aircraft that I used for the Valentina Kerman flight video. So it is actually, the Mallard is a stock aircraft in the new release, except it has engines up here. I decided to put the big engines on here instead because it was more fun, right? Yeah, IPv4... Actually, technically, IPv6, you could do that as well. Oh, you know what? I need to control here. I am not sober by any measure. So this is also running with the Kerbal side mod, which means that there's an offshore racing course. I should show you what the offshore racing course is like. See this? So I was testing mods because I wanted to actually do a better recreation of the Jetman video. So we have Scatterer, we have Improved Time Warp installed. So Improved Time Warp lets me do like slow-mo, advanced, like select that. So when I slow motion this, just so you know, it actually slows the time down, which means that I can do those, you know, super fancy maneuvers without crashing, because the jet suit that I built for Valentina is incredibly hard to fly! Incredibly hard to fly. So I'm just gonna fly... Yeah, let's actually just fly out this way. Why not? Why don't we just fly over this? But there's like a course here. Let's go. There is a slight problem. See these gates here that I'm highlighting, right? That gate looks like you should fly through it, but if you fly through it, you will in fact crash the aircraft. Because the collision meshes are off. I'm not sure if that's because I'm running a mod for 1.04 on 1.05, but, yeah. So yeah, there's a little course that you can actually try flying this thing on, if you like. Yeah, please, I just don't like people posting links. If you can post a link that can be described in English text, then you don't need to actually post a link, right? What you need to do, the trick is, you need to post a Google search query that will show you, will produce the right search results. There we go. I'm just going to try flying this aviation course here. I really like the fact that you can actually see through these jet engines, by the way. But I will point out that you probably shouldn't try to fit a Kerbal through there because the gaps are too small, technically. Yeah, just for reference, no flying of a Kerbal through the engine. It will not end up well for you or the Kerbal, or the engine for that matter. Let's continue. I'm gonna fly the race course here from Kerbin's side, because why not? Da, 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 da. Okay. I'm not sure. Oh, there's the gate I'm supposed to get through. So I gotta pull hard for the gate. Pull hard for the gate. There we go. This is not really the way you're supposed to survive. Well, technically, the deckhand did not go through the engine because his helmet was on his head. He was pulled head first in, and his helmet snapped off and smashed the engine beforehand, right? So he didn't make it as far as the turbofan blades, basically, but he was pulled entirely into the engine, entirely into the intake. And the funny thing was, the other deckhands on deck, like, what they saw was, like, the engine exploded, and they were like, why did the engine explode? Quick, get the fire extinguishers, put the thing out, make sure the thing doesn't catch fire and explode and kill things. And while they were all doing that, the guy kind of crawled out of the air intake and was like, oh, I don't feel so good, I've just been sucked into an engine. And they were like, yeah, right, you just imagined it. And it wasn't until they reviewed the footage later that they actually realized he really had been sucked in. Yes, okay. Anyway, pardon me. I'm sorry, I'm still a little sniffly after my, jet lag turned into a cold and everything else. Headless Chook! Hey, how are you? I'm very happy for Headless Chook because he helped me do a review of a bunch of spacecraft in Star Citizen. And I hope that he's not too unhappy with the progress, because I know there's a lot of people that were, like, super mad when I was like, well, you know, I mentioned Derek Smart's name, and they immediately thought that I was completely subscribing to everything that Derek Smart said, which is completely bogus, because Derek Smart is currently trying to link the Swedish Mafia to Star Citizen, and I don't think that's true for a minute. But I am, you know, still kind of concerned about how much money they're spending on an office in Santa Monica. But yeah, Headless Chook, you are an awesome person, and I still love you, and I'm still eternally grateful to you for letting me have access to your spaceships, your internet spaceships, right? Okay. We're just flying through this. Whoa, look at this. This thing has really good yaw control. Look at the yaw control in this thing. Whoa! Yeah, Derek's smart. As I said, he's like a conspiracy theorist with video games. You know, I mean, he is very, very, very sensitive. So I wouldn't put... What? Move over.
I brought a flag.
Oh, it's Oktoberfest. That's a Bavarian flag, right? Any Bavarians in chat?
I got this one from an Oktoberfest at like a...
Yeah, Sky got taken to an event which was Oktoberfest with one of her friends. And they got to hang out and like eat sausage and stuff like that.
No, we didn't eat sausage.
Oh, what?
We had like a cheese pretzel.
Okay.
The cheese was so good.
But you really wanted to go back to Oktoberfest, right?
Look good.
Sky's hair clearly looks like a German maiden or something like that.
No, it doesn't.
In the Alps. Yeah, totally. It looks like you look like you should be herding sheep in the Alps, right? Hey, Skylex! Skylex apparently is Bavarian. Are you a part of the Bavarian house mafia? No? Never mind. Ich bin Berliner. Thanks. Sky is now trying to see if I can... Sky? Right, okay. Could you move it far enough away from my nose that it doesn't tickle it? Because that is a bigger problem than not being able to see.
I made this.
Sky makes a lot... What is that?
It's like a bodice stick or whatever. And it's like
okay, so...
on it. And it has...
Okay, I'm gonna set this thing up. We're gonna fly and we're gonna try some rendezvous here, right?
It's like a...
We are clearly moving through the transonic regime here. Okay, so this is where we're going to actually try and do this thing.
I also brought down an owl that I got.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Derek's smart. Look, okay, here's the thing. You shouldn't ignore everything he says. And the worst thing the Star Citizen community can do is keep saying, well, Star Citizen is better than a Derek Smart game. Because, as I've said, that's like winning a tallest midget competition.
Move over.
Move over where? What, left or right? Move left or right?
This side.
But I'm trying to fly a spaceship, a rocket thing.
Well, you can move it.
Okay, no, I'm trying to fly it. I'm trying to fly it. Hold on. All my joysticks are over here. Okay. Ah, no. Let's not try to crash this.
I want a pork bun already.
You want a pork bun? You want to go out for like dim sum for dinner?
Yeah, dim sum.
So Amy is like off doing her thing, and I'm left with the kids. So let's try. Oh, shoot.
My friend might come over.
So actually, here's a really good feature, by the way. You can adjust the deployed limit of the cargo bays. I'm gonna do this up 59. So you know, if you want to make it look better. So there. Now what we have in here is Valentina Kerman in her jet suit. See that? She's ready to launch. This is going to be kind of difficult.
You should add like a Kerbal crew.
So I'm controlling her from here, and now the next thing to do is to... Oh, no.
I got this owl.
I gotta do this.
For some apparent reason.
No, I gotta throttle here. Okay. No, throttle down, switch to surface velocity.
We should do something.
And the next thing I need to do... Sorry, I'm trying to fly this thing. It's really hard.
Crash
Fire up the engine. So this engine is now firing. Oh, no! That's good. That's exactly what I wanted to do, though. No. We're done. I need to chase after this, though. But the hard part is... Control from here. Oh, no. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Sky. We've done it. We've done it, right?
I want to mess it up.
I know you want to mess it up, but right now, I want to close these doors. Close. Okay. And then switch back. Okay.
And then explode.
Okay, there we go. The Mallard.
Valentina Kerman.
Yes. Okay, so we're flying towards this thing.
Who doesn't like
So this is how I did the video, by the way.
No, wait. We can't even see the chat.
Oh, okay. Well, the chat's here, right?
Hello.
Can you tell us what's going on in chat? Whoa! We're gonna crash into the ocean.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the evilness.
Yeah, so this is, so what's going on here, by the way, there's basically like a, what is this, a Mark Zero, which is a .625 liquid fuel. We have an intake that's that size, and we have a jet engine that's that size, okay?
Who likes pork buns?
Who likes pork buns?
Pork buns are delicious. They're like honey and sweet pork.
I'm still having trouble catching up with this thing. Hold on. Oh, this is doing fine. This engine needs to go down. I'm going to turn on the air brakes. This thing keeps going down into the ocean. That's a... no. Sky. Sky, that's a problem. That is a real problem. Okay, now we're going towards the target. Excellent.
Hi, someone. I don't know how to...
So now we can catch up with it. The thing is, if we really get in for...
Hi, car person.
Who, what, how, when, where, how?
I don't know. Who likes pork buns?
Here's the problem. I'm out of Pliny the Elder. And it's going to be Tuesday until I can buy some more.
Well, do you want an Oktoberfest?
I could. Maybe you want to see what else we can put in the fridge. Why don't you talk about your bring out your cocktail recipes and explain to people what you made.
Okay.
Okay, now I need to slow the heck down. We're 1 kilometer out. This is pork buns. Pork buns, not pork bums. Good lord.
Move over. Move over.
What are you doing?
Okay, I have my...
This is where you play the epic music. So actually, I talked to the guy in LA that made the music for that awesome commercial, and I talked about licensing the music to do that as a 1.05 trailer. And it's gonna be a bunch of money. I might not actually do it. I think I might have to find a sound-alike. But I have to say, I still think the music is awesome. And if you go to his SoundCloud, he said the first 1,000 downloads are going to be free. So if you look for it, his name's like Eric Grossman. Just go to the commercial on the Emirates page, and you'll see where it is.
Okay, here are my juice cocktail recipes. One is the Jolly Rancher for some reason. Two Jolly Ranchers.
She's making commercials with... she's making cocktails with candy,
sour
right?
Juice, lemon, a teaspoon of sugar, and
okay.
water.
I'm going to slow things down.
And then
so, half speed, so at least I can get
cherry
control of
lemonade.
things. Oh, no. Oh, no, I stalled it. Which
Cherry
means I'm
lemonade.
going away from it now.
The cherry lemonade is 1 cherry candy.
My Twitch username is based on somebody having... Basically, it was a website that said, you have to pick a username. Try to pick something that nobody else would pick.
Lemon
So I
juice,
picked something that nobody else would pick.
water.
Sky, people are still asking you for the violin. When you you got to sit up closer to this if you're going to read your cocktails.
Okay.
Show them your cocktail recipes. Oh, crap. I'm getting super low here.
I'll play my violin. I just need to show you recipes.
Show the recipes first. So this is at half speed, just so you know.
I wrote juice wrong. It looks like juicy, except with spelled with an E instead.
Yeah, okay, so just explain what's on your thing.
Is this backwards? Yeah, this is backwards.
No, it's probably fine.
The Jolly Rancher. 2 Jolly Rancher candies, sour juice, lemon, teaspoon of sugar, and water. The second is cherry lemonade, 1 cherry candy, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice.
Now, can you imagine how hard it was to record this commercial, by the way?
A half teaspoon of sugar, sour drink, and Kool-Aid. I thought I had Kool-Aid and I don't. And then citrus drink. I make this all the time. Sprite syrup, lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of sugar, orange juice, and sour candy.
Orange juice and sour candy, huh?
Yeah.
There she goes, like doing her best Eve Rossi impersonation, right?
And then I'm gonna go off and play my violin.
Okay, you're gonna get your violin. Make sure Lucky is in the room at the same time. That's the thing, right? The important thing is that she has to have Lucky nearby, because Lucky will collaborate with Sky on her violin, right? If you do this, I will buy you ice cream tonight.
Seriously?
Yes. You know what? Let's just go out for dinner tonight. I know we're supposed to go shopping,
How
but
about we just get pork buns?
yeah, let's go for dim sum tonight. Like, Amy's basically taking her mum, so she's taking grandma out like for a spa trip.
And my grandma's always complaining how messy my hair is, so I brushed it today and I...
Whoa, dear. Now I need to fix my thrust again.
Also, I have a bunch of hairspray in my hair.
Yes, it's going to be a sing-along. So maybe we should sit Lucky here.
Yeah, Lucky. Oh, yes.
I have to say, I really enjoy this whole wingsuit flying thing.
Okay, I think I'm going to play Mason. But it might be messed up because I just learned it. No, it's shortbread. Shortbread.
So here's the thing, now I can actually slow time down to make it easier. So here's the fun thing, so you can actually appreciate flying alongside this a little slower. This is how I shot... Oh, wait. Yeah, start playing. Wait. Hold on. There's Lucky down there.
Meow.
Yeah, you should maybe play something that you actually know. Oops! Play it again. Go on, play another one. Lucky likes to sing along. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Yeah.
No.
Just play the original, the other one that you know again. Okay.
That's my favorite song, actually.
Yeah, so yeah, Lucky tends to sing along. But anyway, Thank you, Sky.
Yay! Now you owe me a pork bun.
I know I owe you pork buns. Are you sure you really want...
Pork buns.
We can go for anything tonight. Are you sure you really want pork buns?
Yes, I had a burrito last night. Pork buns.
Okay. So here's the thing. I did a quick save, and the problem is, when it reloads from the quick save, things happen.
I used to know like a song that I...
Here we go.
Wait,
it's reloading. Thinking.
I don't have
Reloading.
a birthday today because I know how
I need to take this hat off because my head is too hot. Uh-oh. Yes. This is what happens when you save and reload, by the way. Well, Val at least managed to escape in her escape pod. Oh.
I don't know Happy Birthday. I used to know it. I used to know all these songs.
So yeah, don't you see how that worked for like escape pods? That's pretty awesome.
Escape pod.
Okay, so where is that? That's the thing over there. So I'm running this build, by the way, with Scatterer and Curb inside. That's the main thing. The ejector seat is indeed successful. I think it's pretty awesome, to be honest.
Who likes my violin? I like violin.
Well, anyway, we could take Val for a flight. I wonder how high this thing goes. What do you think? Let's go and see how high it'll go. Let's take her up, 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 up to the highest heights. Yes. The time warp, I think it's just better time warp. I'm out of beer. This is a bit of an issue.
I'll get you a Oktoberfest.
Okay, you can get me an Oktoberfest. You're really wanting those pork buns, aren't you?
Yes, I like pork buns, and your beer smells like pork buns.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna have to take the kids for dim sum tonight, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been in touch with Wingman. I like those. I really like Wingman's. You know, he has a real presence about him. Wingman is just like, I'd love to hang out with Wingman and drink beer and eat barbecue. I have to say, like, there's something about that guy that I really appreciate. And I'm also really proud that the team behind Descent. I was very skeptical when I saw Descent Underground pitched, but I felt it was my duty to inform the world about it. And I'm so happy that they have put together something that is really, really solid in a very short amount of time. I'm just going to see what's here, by the way. What do you think that is? Oh, look, it's a boat launch. That's what it is. Like, this is Curb inside. It adds all these things. These are not standard parts of KSP 1.25. I should probably, while I think about it, let's go in and fix my thing. Oh, cancel. I'm just gonna fly this thing. Kerbal space program. And update. Okay, so now things have been modified. I think I should go back and build a smaller seat, right? Now, I was very impressed by what Descendant has done, and I really hope that they can build out a full campaign mode. Whoa! Okay. That wasn't quite what I wanted to do. Let's try F9 again to reload. In fact, I think I might have to cheat here. Okay, apparently... Are you trying to... I'm not a pirate. I don't have an animal perched on my shoulder. Okay.
You do own an animal.
Here, Lucky. That was almost a disaster. That was almost a disaster.
Disasters.
Okay.
Stand up.
Unbreakable joints. I'm going to reload this thing with unbreakable joints. Where's my bottle opener? Oh, here we go.
Hawaii.
Bottle opener from Hawaii. Do you remember the 1.0 stream that I did where I was flying a surfboard? One of my favorite moments.
Oh
The Elite Dangerous 2.0 beta is not live, as far as I know. The 1.5 one might be live.
Those look good.
The 2.0 basically is later in December. And I will show you it as soon as I can. Okay, there we go. It's totally working. Okay. So let's take this thing and fly it back. Okay. So now...
Fly everywhere. In the universe. This is my dad, Kerbal.
So I'll show you. There's one other cool thing you can do with this, by the way, I should try doing, right? So I'm just going to take this down really low. And just give me a minute. What are you putting on here?
It's a hat.
What kind of hat?
It's a plane. It's an Airhawks plane.
It's a radio. She's put a radio control. It's a drone. It's a drone, I tell you. Okay. So I'm gonna get nice and low here, and then I'm gonna put these engines into reverse. I cannot tell you when 1.05 starts because it's all about when the bugs are all fixed and the developers are ready to unleash its power on the world, right? This is the thing. It's all in the devs' hands, and the devs have a great responsibility to make sure that you get the most amount of awesome. So I'm now putting on the thrust reversers here, right? So watch this. We're now slowing this thing down very quickly. So that means the thrust is being applied forwards here, right? Watch the speed go into reverse here, and let's see if I can put it gracefully onto the surface. Oh!
He has a plane on his head.
I have a plane. Can I land a plane on the ocean while I have a plane on my head?
No,
there we go, look!
No, you cannot because I
No, look! Everyone survived! Well, let's check Valentina. Is Val in there? Open.
She's dead.
No, she's still there. And she's still alive, look.
Throw her out.
Yeah, she's stuck now. Well, so much for that. Okay, let's let's actually let's reload. Let's bring it back to base. Let's bring it back to base and recover them. Yeah, actually, what we should do. Just thinking. Give me a minute. Just thinking. Thinking more.
Okay.
Thinking.
After you finish this, we get to play Little Inferno.
Little Inferno. Does anyone know what Little Inferno is all about?
I told
That's
you.
true. I activated Unbreakable Joints to get it through
Okay,
this.
then what?
Oh,
I
so
got
actually,
green.
you know what we should do is we should show you what happens when you try to fly through the gate here. Are we ready? There's the gate for the end of this thing.
I'm gonna go get some candy.
You're gonna go and get more
From
candy.
the freezer.
The problem is that it's not stable that way.
Good night. Bye.
So I'm gonna try flying through the gate here, right? Yeah, my kids got really into Little Inferno. They just like totally enjoy it. I don't know, they just keep playing it for some reason. And of course these are kids that are really into gang beasts. Let's start firing the engine reversers so I can arrive as slowly as possible. There we go.
Candy.
Sky has candy.
Candy.
So yeah, apparently, if I EVA Bill Kerman, let's go swimming.
Do you want a lollipop?
Wait a second. There's the thing. If I try to swim through this,
Beer and lollipops.
I hope you I hope that isn't a used lollipop.
No, it isn't. I hate those lollipops. Those are They taste like medicine.
Who loves you, baby? That's a reference to Kojak for everyone that has never seen Kojak. Go Google him. Kojak. Very important. I don't know if I have Human Resource Machine. I should check, because somebody might have sent me a key for it. I'm trying to get to this wall here, but unfortunately it's taking a really long time.
Because you're a tiny human. Kerbal person.
Hey, Lucky. What are you doing in the stream here? I do have the correct, authentic Kojak hairdo. The tenor dog we have is half Chihuahua, half no idea. Basically, everybody guesses what kind of dog we have, and nobody agrees. Everyone says it's half Chihuahua, and then the other half, everybody is just like all over the place.
Most people guess Jack Russell because you can jump really high.
Yeah, but some people suggest that we have like, you know, Wiener or... Alright, so now we're clearly doing broken things here. Notice how the camera pops through this. There is a brick. There is basically a wall here. I have no idea about Age of Empires because... Yeah, half Great Dane. How the heck did that happen? Right, half Chihuahua, half Great Dane. I'm sorry, that is just... does not bear thinking about. Yeah, there we go. We're stuck right against the wall here. See me? Oh, I can't seem to get through this brick wall. I think it's great that the Kerbal developers, they put in this giant finish gate and they made it that anyone flies through it just basically crashes. Okay, so let's see if we can improve on things. Well, I'm gonna wait for the realism overhaul people to actually fix everything.
Come on.
When?
Now.
Is that what she's saying?
She wants to. Well, she wants you to call her mom.
I haven't seen anything here. She's
to...
asking if her friend can come over. Why don't you just text her from me and pretend that I'm asking? I'm saying okay.
Okay.
I'm a really terrible father here.
No, you aren't. You let me have a play it with my friend.
You are aware that if I do that, we might not be able to go out for pork buns. Okay.
Not the last pork bun.
Yeah, here's an interesting question for those people that are, you know, experts on things. So, it's a bit of a brain teaser. You're standing in a house. Every wall has a window that looks south. A bear walks by the window. What color is it? And why?
Brown because it's a bear.
Nope.
Black because it's a bear.
Oh, let's do the dove. Why, though? Why is it white? Because you're in the North Pole. Because the only place on the Earth you can be where every direction is south. That's great. Well, you guys are all way smarter than that other group that I dealt with that weren't quite as smart. That other group wasn't nearly as smart as you. In fact, they're rather non-smart. Okay. Anyway. Thank you. Let's try this thing. So, notice the Mark 0 fuel tanks. Excellent work there. Nothing really is going on here.
This tastes disgusting. This gum is disgusting.
Why are you complaining about your candy?
I'm complaining because it's gum that I mixed with another candy. It's disgusting.
Can I fly underneath that? Doesn't look like it. No, I guess not. Well, That's a very good question. Magnetic north is more likely to have a polar there than a geographic north, I will point out. Oops. Oh yeah, unbreakable joints are still on. Yeah, technically you can actually drive to the magnetic north because, well, because it isn't true north. Let's try that again. Yeah, that, can I make the Thunderbird spaceships? Maybe one of these days, but I'm gonna... What other spaceships do I have? I have the Dove. The Dove's actually pretty good. The Osprey. Steer wing. Boring board. The Thunder... Oh, look, we literally have a Thunderbird. Let's try flying this Thunderbird. Look.
A Thunderbird? That's not a Thunderbird. That's a plane.
Casper, that number is wrong. Maybe not, actually. It might be. You know. I'm sorry, I'm going to say Casper. I think that number is wrong. I was already talking about Jerry Anderson the other day. Jerry Anderson, you know, very, very important in, you know, science fiction. He made many really great moments in sci-fi, and he really understood the sci-fi aesthetic and everything, and he did great, super cheap special effects. Let's see here. This is another stock vehicle I found, so I'm just gonna give it a go. Come on, let's get this up off the ground. Okay. I think Sky is actually inviting our friend over. Okay. Oh, look. Caution. Flammable liquid. And game thinking about things. I will say that none of the mods have been validated for this release, so the fact that they work is entirely lucky. Pull ring out 6 feet to jettison canopy. Really? Okay. Why do I have no headphones? Because where we're going, we don't need headphones. So actually, yeah, you can turn on this afterburner as well. Toggle mode. Yeah, like get some real power on this thing. There we go. So let's bring this thing over towards the course. Oh yeah, I'm totally not sober at all. Is there anything that you'd ever want me to try in Kerbal Space Program when I'm not sober? Like flying really low? Because I probably shouldn't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna disable the afterburner here. There we go. I've already flown this course. I wonder if there's anything else I can see from up here. What's going on, Sky? Nothing. Nothing, she says, as she secretly invites her friends over for play dates.
She can't.
Why not?
Because she's in trouble.
Apparently her friend is in trouble. So I was supposed to phone and get her to come over here. Oh, these kids. Okay. Wow, I'm not going very fast here. This must be a crappy jet. Yes, I shall play this game in Super Mario Nation. Wait a second. I think we need to go and fly. Oh, wait. It was going well until it exploded. Yeah, see? Oh, it was going well until it exploded. That's me Super Mario Nation mode. We'll figure out dinner tonight, don't worry. We live in a civilized society where we can actually order a lot of things. We can order all sorts of things in. Yeah, I should go this way. Let's try going back. Man, its performance is kind of crap at low speeds. Yeah, Scatterer apparently works just fine in the new Kerbal release. I sincerely doubt that Sky's friend's parents are watching the stream.
Yeah. No. That ain't happening.
That ain't happening, she says. That is Sky's assessment of the situation. Let's fly inside. Nice looking cockpit here, huh? Shame if something was to happen to it. Tenant Super basically is high alcohol beer. I accidentally had it once. It was a bad night when I accidentally had it. I bought it and I was like, oh, Tenant Super. I only meant to buy regular strength Tenants. Let's see how low I can get over this runway here. +1 Sky. Yes, we've got some extra science for recording Sky's assessment of the situation. Yeah. So has anyone noticed that there was, so basically on Thursday, right? We were supposed to see the announcement of the commercial resupply mission to the space station, and they actually postponed the announcement, but what did come out was that Boeing and Lockheed Martin are no longer in the running for commercial resupply version 2. So that leaves SpaceX, Sierra Nevada, and Orbital Sciences. Interesting thing about that is that, you know, all three of those actually have, you know, very unique things that they could... Oh! All three of them have very unique things that they bring to the commercial resupply thing. That's interesting. Is that... I wonder if this tunnel actually goes anywhere. We have a tunnel that just kind of goes into the wall here. Is that what it is? Yeah, it doesn't let me go into it. It looks like it's a dead end. What's over here, though? Look, it's rotating. Yes. Aqueous hydrazine. If I duct... maybe. Those buildings are... None of these buildings are stock in Kerbal Space Program 1.05. They are parts of mods. So do not expect these things to be in the game. Why would I try to drive into the tunnel with a rover when I could load a space plane and try flying into the tunnel? That would be far more interesting. Velocities. Let's do that. Yes. So this one is a private jet. Oh, look. And it's using these things. We can probably load the crew up with everything. Yeah, okay. We have Valentina and Kerpont. Hey, Bob. I mean Scott. Hi, Sky. Sky's gone. Sky's no longer... Wait, Sky... Oh, no. Is Sky logged... Wait a second. Is Sky actually logged in as me on my laptop? She went upstairs a minute ago. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I think Mars One's chance of success are... really, really ridiculously low. I think the Mars One's chance of success are the same as Sky's chance of convincing you that she is in fact me. No? Maybe? Maybe not? Mars One, I've pointed out several times, they have not been doing their research. Okay, so let's actually switch to one of these guys. Look, I can fly from here. I wonder if I can fly the aircraft from here. There, look at that. So now I need to try flying the aircraft. There, look, I made a turn. I made... Wait a second. What? I'm flying the aircraft from inside the passenger bay. How about that? How about that, huh? I wonder if I can land an aircraft like that. Nope, apparently not. Oh man, the crane crashed! No! No! Well, I guess this calls for some more Kerbal Space Program. Yeah, Mars 1, the problem is that, like, they basically haven't published any actual research. They've published, like, broad suggestions. They haven't, you know, when MIT went and did, like, a debunking of it, what they did was they just looked at one aspect, and then Mars 1, they were like, well, we were going to figure that out. When were you going to figure that out? You know, that is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be doing these calculations. You're supposed to be doing this detailed planning if you want billions of dollars to launch a space mission to Mars, right? If you can't even do that, I have no interest in supporting you. I'm sorry. I admire your goals, but I'd much rather have Elon Musk, who is actually a billionaire and might actually be able to do some of this stuff, right? Skylex is asking whether I can do a video of a whole flight to the moon and back using IVA. I have actually done a whole mission to the moon and back using IVA, but I should maybe try it again, right? Okay, let's do this. Resume saved. Asteroid. I think it was called Asteroid Thread. Yeah, I mean, spacesuits is a whole other thing. The Spambot probably doesn't go after the Sky because, well, she's Sky. I should recover the dove. Recover the dove from above. Let's go and fly the dove from above. Come on, let's coo and bring down the dove from above. The dove from above. The dove from above. The dove from above is gonna bring in love. There you go. Yeah, if somebody turns that into a rap, then, you know, more power to them. Hey, I've got light now. Sky is talking about galaxy cats. I haven't had too many beers. I'm completely sober. Go on, somebody suggest some challenge. Am I looking forward to planetary landings? Of course I am! Yes, Quintessa actually knows what I'm talking about. I never was a fan of Vic Reeves' Big Night Out, but I really loved Shooting Stars. Shooting Stars was one of my favorite shows. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, shoot. Let's try and get rid of these things. Okay, river to launch, river to launch, river to launch, river to launch. River to launch, launch, river to launch. Da 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 da. Oh la 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 la. The spider from Wild. These are not challenges of sobriety. They're challenges to my insanity. Wow, fix an unstable vehicle in flight using the claw. I think that's really pushing things. Okay, let's try flying this again. So we were going to go and check out this tunnel. Oh, no, let's not do that. Let's go and check out this tunnel. See, you see how perfectly I lined up with that roadway? Is that the kind of flying you would expect from someone that's inebriated? Let's try and get into the tunnel. I'm gonna fly into the tunnel! Oh, no, maybe not. Let's try flying that again. I was really close, though. Still pretty good. I mean, seriously, does that look like something an inebriated individual could do? Like, could an inebriated individual land on the moon, right? The astronomy... So like, the straight-up astronomy people are rather... I don't know, they're blind to games for some reason. Like... Oh, there. Okay. I should probably try landing this. Okay. So, time for an emergency landing. Are we ready? Okay, so up. I'm going to try and stall this out and try and land on the runway here. That's the plan. Might not be possible, but you never know. Okay, no, I bled off too much speed. I'm going to have to land next to the runway. See that? Okay, now I just need to roll it onto the runway, and I can pretend that I actually landed it on the runway. Right? Yeah, the drop tanks are not supposed to be dropped at the same time as the engine. There, okay. See, perfect landing on the runway, right? That is what a professional would do if they were not inebriated. Revert flight to... Sky's bored, apparently. Okay. Revert flight to the Spaceflight hangar. Okay. Oh, you know what? They actually have... There's a cool thing. One of the new models is the straddle launcher. We have a full-on straddle launcher in the game. So this is essentially an air-launched orbital missile that's got an ion engine and everything on it. Oh, dear. Okay. Just Riccolo, you should probably be doing homework or something else that is actually enhancing your life. I gotta say it. Ah, man. Which planet is Mercury with a bottomless pit on it? Reach the bottom of the pit in IVA view. You mean Moho? Holy Moho. It actually looks closer to another straddle launch, to the straddle launch concept, actually, which is a legit thing, except the straddle launch concept. So this has, in the middle of it, you see it has a solid rocket booster, and then it has a liquid fuel engine. And in the middle here, behind this, is an ion-powered rocket. Okay, so let's get this thing up. Oh, look, it just lifts off all on its own. Let's fold the landing gear in. The legendary Mohole. A hole with no purpose but being a hole. A whole lot of mystery, if you ask me. Okay, let's get this thing up to altitude. I'm just going to put it here. That plane doesn't... Are you sure it doesn't have enough engines? I think that it might, in fact, have enough engines. You're calculating the resonant cycler between Titan and Mars. Wow, that's really going full-on Buzz Aldrin. Turkey the animal, or I don't know if Sky really appreciates the fact that there is a country called Turkey. This is actually pretty good. Look at the speed this thing's going. How much fuel do I have here? Yeah, we're doing fine here on fuel, so I'm just going to let this thing get up to altitude. And then we will be able to launch this thing and hopefully get it into orbit, and perhaps we'll take it somewhere cool. Hungry. Wait, but no, when you... Oh dear. Yes, Sky says she's hungry. Is she hungry, or she's talking about Turkey, which is like Hungary, which is also a country, right? No, maybe not. It is unfortunate that in Kerbal Space Program you have to ditch the rest of the spacecraft, but I do like the concept. Don't worry, I won't be driving the kids anywhere. We live in a modern society when we can in fact actually order stuff via the internet. You might have heard of this. The internet is like a network of networks. So AT&T network joins up with Verizon's network, joins up with Comcast network, joins up with all these university networks, and they all talk together over a giant mess. I was going to say cluster, but, you know, I can't say cluster because I don't tend to say these things. And Sky might be actually watching this. But yeah, you know, the backbone of the internet is a giant glommed mess of machines that kind of all communicate with each other through random things. If you know anything about BGP or... Wait a second. Why is the sky dark? I think there might be a problem here. Oh, no. Oh my god, you've realized it. Sky is going to actually turn out to be Skynet. Speaking of which, I should actually take the moment to, you know, pitch... I should take the moment to pitch the Fountain War Kickstarter, right? Because this is something that I'm not directly involved in, but I'm very much a fan of the concept. So, while we're here, the Fountain War is a book based upon a war that happened between players in EVE Online. The idea is they're going to get Jeff Edwards, author of various military fiction novels and EVE Online player, to create and write a dramatization of a war which happened between the CFC and the Honey Badger Coalition. Now, the Honey Badger Coalition was essentially made up of Reddit, Pandemic Legion, and a number of others. The CFC was Goonswarm and the allies that they could garner at that time. It's really an interesting concept. Even if you're not into EVE, it's worth reading about this because it's one of the first times where an event in a multiplayer game has been transcribed into a literary medium. Now, again, not everyone is an EVE Online fan, and I totally understand if the whole Honey Badger CFC thing makes no sense to you, but it was an epic time. You know, what happened was the CFC was essentially Goonfleet and friends, and originally Test, which was derived from Reddit, was basically best friends with the CFC. You know, the Goonswarm loved Test. They loved Reddit because there were a bunch of young, new players who really wanted to learn the game. And so they, you know, Goonswarm kind of saw a little bit of ourselves in it. And so we did some great things. We took some wars. We took territory. And then, you know, Reddit went off, did their own thing. And eventually, Goonfleet had to declare war on them. And therein lay the Fountain War. So I'm going to try and take this thing upwards and higher and higher. I'm going to get this thing as high as it can go. Because we got to get altitude. Look at it go there. Isn't this awesome? Oh, look, you can see the remains of oh, Bill Kerman is there. He's still swimming his way through that wall. Proof that EVE is better than watching. EVE is pretty awesome, and I can totally understand why people might think that it's better to read about EVE than watch EVE. EVE is pretty special. It sounds like my son has just turned up with his friend. Were you playing Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, it was really awesome.
It was really awesome.
I kicked one and I smashed it in it.
You kicked one and you smashed in something.
And the spider, there was a giant spider.
Okay, well apparently Dungeons and Dragons is awesome and you should play it more. What are my thoughts about Donald Trump? I'm concerned about the number of times that Donald Trump has gone bankrupt. That should concern anyone. Several times he's basically gone bankrupt, and he's been one of these situations where it's like, hey, you've invested too much money in me, you can't fail me now. Yeah, I think he's... I'm sorry, I'm not a backer of him. Certainly not a backer of Ben Carson either, who's a little nutty. On the other hand, he is not part of the political establishment, so I understand what his appeal is, right? You totally understand why a lot of people really dig Donald Trump as a character, but I unfortunately can't get behind someone that has gone bankrupt so many times and then expected the banks to bail him out. That is a bad thing for economies, right? Yeah. I'm also, I have to point out, I'm very much against the whole Benghazi Inquisition thing that's going on. Being a goon, I really do not like the fact that the Republican Congress is very specifically spending a lot of taxpayer money going and investigating Benghazi, specifically because they want to find dirt on Hillary Clinton. And, yeah, you can disagree with me, and it's a democratic system, and I totally expect there are a lot of people out there to disagree with me on this. But I hope we can still be friends because we all think that space is awesome. You know what? Space is awesome. Let's agree on that, right? So, let's not let politics get too far into things, because let's also all agree that spaceships are cool, and that we all want America to be awesome. Even if we agree, even if we disagree on how America should be awesome. Can we just say, we all want America to be awesome, and then, step away from Trump, Hillary, Sanders, Carson, Ryan, other people, right? Let's just step away from that, right? Let's just say America should be awesome. And if you're not American, let's just say whatever country you live in should be awesome. I think the entire world needs to be awesome. We really want cool, smart, intelligent people running countries and making the countries all awesome. We should be part of an awesome human race. And to be honest, the fact that we are alive and we are like these biological creatures that have evolved over the last, several billion years is amazingly awesome. We are all made of the stuff that makes us up comes from stars. We were all inside the stars. That's awesome. Why do we let petty politics, he's a Democrat, he's a Republican, he's a communist, he's a capitalist. Why do we let that care? No, we're all just we are part of the human race, which is awesome. Right? I'm sorry. That's where I am. Also, beer. Awesome. High elbow salute to everyone except for those who are part of religions that force them to not drink. In which case, drink a coffee or whatever on me and salute the awesomeness of the human race. Awesome! Yes, exactly. The whole pale blue dot thing. Why, fighting over some little corner of the globe where other people fight over other little corners of the globe. Okay, we're about 1 minute to orbit. Let's fire... Oh, shoot! I meant to fire this. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to fire that engine. Extend panels, extend panels. I meant to fire that engine to get us into orbit. Okay, this is far from ideal, but we'll continue. Okay. So. Oh, okay. You can't drink coffee. Oh, come on. Even. Seriously, someone's saying, I'm vegan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You, as a vegan, you can drink coffee because it doesn't involve animal products.
And it doesn't have gelatin.
It doesn't have gelatin, right? You can you can always, Hallman, you can always link my threads anywhere, right? Seriously, I have no time to manage.
I saw my comment.
What? Yes.
Hi, me.
Sky is now loving the fact that she's there. But I have to say, the only thing is you have to sit and you have to show that so that we can see it. Because it's a commercial for Apple.
Sure, okay.
I think this is a stock effect of Ion. How can you not no, I totally understand why some people might want the straight edge. Some people might not like beer because, hey, it makes you a little loopy like I am, right? Yeah, Orion's sitting in the background there with his friend Bradley, who just played Dungeons & Dragons together, and I am super stoked that Orion got to play Dungeons & Dragons with his friend. And Soul Wager brings up a very good point, and I will point out that a lot of the major parties are against this, but there's a mathematician called the Marquis de Concordat who basically proved that the standard election system used in many countries is problematic because it means that you end up devolving into a two-party system. However, various derivatives of ranked choice voting allow you to freely express your preferences and still not screw yourself over, right? This, I think, was especially proven with the most recent election in Britain, where the majority winner was actually voted for by a minority of the population. So, yeah, ranked choice voting. Big fan of that, because mathematically, a mathematician has proven that it is vastly superior to what already exists. I'm not going to talk about single transferable vote, or there's like so many different variations on that. The point is that currently it is a big mess, and we can do so much better. Yes, CGP Grey does actually do a decent video on this particular subject. Windows is better than Mac. Oh dear, really? I'm sorry. The Villy hypocrite has clearly never tried to develop software. And that's all I can say on that. Voting machines suck. You know what? Voting machines don't implicitly suck. Unfortunately, because of the way that voting processes or bidding processes are structured, they have implicitly favoured companies with links to the government that have no requirements to do them securely. So voting machines don't... Just because something is a machine does not make it suck. However, most of the companies that have built voting machines have been really sucky at building voting machines. Orion is apparently being stupid and doesn't want to come, according to Sky. You don't need to come. You're just playing. What are you playing over there?
Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Okay, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Wait, isn't that... You've got your friend there.
Yeah.
You gotta play 2-player games, though. Okay.
You are going to. I just want to get my another pistol holster. Because, hey, Bradley, are you bored? Come on.
Okay, let's set course for Minmus. So actually, yeah, let's just fire up the engines now and try to accelerate ourselves out there. The new update is not out yet. Yeah. Have you heard about the new microwave engines? Okay, Miss Stabby is asking about the EM drive, a drive which has been much talked about in the press. A drive where the press said, hey, it seems to violate physics. Well, if we could violate physics, think of all the awesome stuff we could do. That would be awesome. If we could violate physics, we could do a whole bunch of awesome. And I would love to do any of that awesome. Violating physics. Like, physics constrains me from doing so many awesome things. However, I still put my money 99% on someone has made a mistake with the experimental setup. I will be fair that the latest updates, and I've read them on the Spaceflight website, seem to imply that the people involved have really done their homework and are doing a great job of not introducing spurious results. But, yeah, I still think... This guy's saying, yeah, our dad lets us watch Mad Max. I still think that most likely we will find some legitimate explanation for it, which is a bug in the experiments. However, it's really fascinating. So what it is it's a resonant cavity. So it's like a cylinder, and then you've got a cone. So it's like you mash a cylinder and a cone together, and then you pipe microwaves in, and they kind of bounce around. And the idea is the shape of the cavity produces an asymmetric pressure when you account for the fact that microwaves have a certain... Basically, you're doing a certain wavelength of microwaves. So what you do is you generate like specific standing waves. If you have a wire, a string on a guitar, and you pluck it, then you will get waves of certain shapes. And the constraint is that you have to have... The end points have to be fixed. So you can only get like a wave that goes like that. You can get a wave that goes like that. You can get a wave that goes like that. But all these different modes, they all have to have the ends stuck. Now, if you have a complex three-dimensional cavity, you get a more complicated shape. But the designer of it claims that there are certain modes where when you have a dielectric in there, that there is a net offset force which would force in one direction. And that's what's being seen in this. Now, there are other problems. For example, the person originally designed this motor, the EM drive, said that they required certain internal features to break up the waveform to stop it forcing in certain directions. And it turns out that those aren't required to generate this net force. So the theory of the original design doesn't actually work, but they are producing a net thrust, and I believe the number I read was 100 micronewtons of thrust
I got
for
a cat.
70 watts. Okay.
I have a fluffy cat.
Sky has a cat.
A fluffy one.
Let's just take a look at the cat. Look at the cat.
No.
This is called Tang.
He's a fluffy cat.
He is a very fluffy, very long cat. Can you show how long he is?
I can't really.
I will point out that I'm actually allergic to cats and it will make me sniffy. Yeah. Awesome cat. That is pretty stunning. Anyway, back to this. We're just firing our engines and... Oh, wait a second. Oh, we still have electric charge, but we're clearly going to be running out soon.
Write it, Orion.
Hey, yo, I'm Orion.
Yeah, that's Orion.
That's Orion is apparently talking on my thing. So anyway, EM Drive, I'll tell you what, like, as I said, there's a chance that we need new physics, right? So 100 micronewtons thrust from 70 watts, I believe, is really, like, would require new physics. And what they're going to do is they're just going to keep iterating on their experimental setup and eliminating sources of problems. And the more they do this, and the more they still have thrust, the more they will get noticed by real scientists. I guarantee you that practically everyone is dismissing them right now, except for the press. Pardon me. But if it turns out that they can continue to generate this level of thrust without resorting to existing physics, then seriously, then this could change the world. But it's probably not going to change the world. It's probably going to be an experimental error, and we'll go back to boring old science. Yeah. One of the problems fundamentally with reactionless drives, anyway, is if you could build in a reactionless drive and power it by solar panels that could work off of starlight, then you could get a spacecraft up to arbitrary speeds. Then you could ram said spacecraft into a planet and, destroy said planet. So anyway, on that note, we're starting to get it. I'm going to try landing this on Minmus, because why not? Yes, I would love aliens to come by and donate a Dyson swarm. Like, I mean, here's the thing. You cannot dismiss a theory just because it doesn't fit with existing theories. That's what people that believe every single word in the Bible do, right? I mean, the scriptural literalists will dismiss stuff basically because the Bible says it isn't so. And, news for you, the Bible was written when people didn't actually understand numbers bigger than 1,000, for example. So, as much as, if you're into religion and you really want to believe the Bible literally, there are actually fundamental parts of the Bible that disagree with reality. You can make reality fit if you then presume that the Bible exists as includes metaphors, but that is apparently a really hostile thought to some people. I'm sorry. Don't want to get too biblical, because I think that people that, if you have that level of belief, then, more power to you. I just have concerns. Anyway, yes, and I've just alienated thousands of people. Thousands of people. This guy's saying candy.
Candy! Where's my candy? Where's my candy? I love candy!
I want candy. I want candy.
I want my candy.
Bow wow wow. Look them up. They are... Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, young earth creationism... Okay, I'm going to point out... I don't want to offend anyone too much, because, as I said, I have a big respect for people that and their beliefs and things like that, but young earth creationism actually is basically an effort to make God less awesome than he could possibly be. Right?
Heroes.
Right? I don't want to... I mean, basically, it's an effort in making the most important part of your religion less impressive than nature is suggesting. It's self-defeating, and I'm sorry, and I really apologize to everyone that is hosting my channel right now and is like, oh no, Scott's got about that religion thing, oh no. Okay. Do you think I will meet Elon Musk? I don't know. I might one of these days. Who knows?
He may, probably not.
No, I'll be clear. Like I want everyone to come and be together and love and be happy and awesome and everything like that. I've pointed out previously that I actually I studied. Oh crap! What happened to my encounter?
Hey.
What happened to my encounter with Minmus?
Orion's here.
Well, he's hiding now.
Hi! You have to be on that phone.
There's Orion. Yes, that... Okay, well, apparently... Okay, so let's actually try something now. Let's do... Surface... Surface... Target... there's a bug. Target relative speed says 0. That's a problem. Let's go... Let's just start firing the engine this way. I'm going to start firing my engine this direction and hope that I end up encountering Minmus.
Pink lollipop.
Now I get an encounter with Minmus. Okay, that's great. That's all I needed.
Show him my pink lollipop.
This is a pink lollipop. Look, notice how it has no hair. It is like my head. Truly, the pink lollipop is the one to be worshipped.
It's not delicious. But it smells good.
As I said, I'm serious that people just need to learn to be awesome, right? Oh, I totally backed the BattleTech Kickstarter the minute I saw it. So I'm very happy that it essentially cleared all of its goals. Wow, the sky is just, I'm hearing an echo in my... Okay, screw that. Let's just delete this. Delete this. I'm gonna go here. Let's go and slow down here. Okay, slow down. Paul Pengu just joined. I am apparently offending all sorts of people by, talking about things that I shouldn't talk about. All hail the Kraken! The Kraken is the true nature. No, actually, here's the funny thing. If you think about it, the Kraken is kind of the corners of physics where physics breaks down. And if you think about it, the Kraken is really what future physics is. When Newton came along, there was some vague ideas about how the universe works, and he came along and said, no, it's all mathematics, and this is how it all works. But then Einstein came along and said, but in these extreme cases, physics works differently. So Einstein coming along is kind of like the Kraken. Einstein literally was the Kraken. There you go. So you need the movie poster. Einstein is the Kraken. The deputy... Somebody's going to meet deputy... I don't have a question for him. Could you maybe ask if he's played Kerbal Space Program? That would be the obvious question. And just basically say that experts on the game have said that it has taught more people spaceflight physics than anything else in the history of the world. I mean, seriously, Kerbal Space Program is changing careers, changing lives.
I literally have a lollipop that tastes like Kool-Aid.
You literally had a lollipop that tastes like Kool-Aid.
Except it's not red. Pink. and it's called a dum-dum.
You know what? There's a kind of a bullet that's called a dum-dum bullet, by the way.
Cool.
It's a bullet that's designed to fragment and whatever inside a body. Oh, it might be a little too close. I'm gonna raise my prograde just in case. Okay, well, no, he's director of SLS. Yeah, very, very cool. I'm just really interested as to, you know, you know what? Actually, if I was to ask the director of SLS anything, I would say, what are you gonna do when Falcon Heavy beats you to the punch? Because Falcon Heavy is doing... Oh crap, I've overshot things. Oh crap. Falcon Heavy is doing... Neil deGrasse Tyson knows that Kerbal Space Program exists, but has not actually played it. Similarly, the bad astronomer, Phil Plait, he has also seen Kerbal Space Program, but has not had a chance to play it. And I've said, I will show you all about Kerbal Space Program. But he's like, oh, I don't know, I don't have time, I'm not a gamer. I'm like, doesn't matter, you're a physicist. Physicists should know how to play Kerbal Space Program, right? Sky, this is getting really confusing here. What? Sky is now playing games. Oh dear, someone is saying Neil Smoke deGrasse Tyson. I have to say, that is, you know, a little offensive. But yes, possibly correct. Well, the great thing about Falcon Heavy is that it uses existing hardware, therefore it doesn't need a mission. It's just that if a mission exists, then it can do it. So Falcon Heavy it's only spec for like 50 tons, whereas SLS is talking about 75 tons, right? I'm going to save this here. I'm not sure I can actually land this thing, but I'm going to try it. Okay, so what level is that? That is 7 kilometers. I'm going to lower this down a little more. For 3, okay, so that's us. Skylex, I'm so glad that you studied physics, because physics is extremely good regardless of what career you're going to go into, because it teaches you mathematics, it teaches you to analyze things. And I actually, on a daily basis, I now work in computational linguistics, right? But the stuff I learned in astronomy is still incredibly useful for computational linguistics, right? There, put that in your head. I'm not like, you know, I'm not like the most amazing computational linguist. Like, if you studied computational linguistics from your, you know, from the instant you started university, then you will be far better than me. But I learned a whole lot of stuff in astronomy, which was incredibly important. Okay, let's see if we can land this thing. Well, no, the base configuration, Metaphor 05, the base configuration of the SLS that has been advertised is 75 tons, right? So it can go up to 150 in the biggest configuration, but Elon Musk has already talked about heavier configurations of the Falcon Heavy as well. So, you know, we have a lot of options here, right? Okay, I think we're going to be doing fine. I think this thing has more than enough thrust to actually land. What do I think about the missile test about California? Nothing to see here, not a UFO. I don't think it's testing anything interesting, but then again, that's what they want us to think, don't they? So, ion drive landing on Minmus. Do you think it's possible? Let's find out. We're at 3 kilometers up. We should probably kill our vertical velocity first. That's the most important thing. I think we're doing fine. I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. Yeah, this thing is totally going to be able to land on Eve. Not Eve. Minmus. Minmus. I'm trying to land a new spacecraft on the planet, the moon, Minmus. It's playing on nuclear stewardship. Yeah, let's just kill velocity here and see if I can land it. Let's see if I can kill the velocity and let it stay killed. A spacecraft to orbit Pluto in a reasonable time with ion. The problem with ion engines is that out at Pluto, you don't tend to have... Oh, yeah, I can totally counteract gravity here. I'm just going to land this thing. The problem is that out at Pluto, solar panels don't tend to work, so you're restricted to, you know, nuclear power or something to power your engines. And... yeah, not necessarily going to happen. Tintin Haddock is asking, how am I? I would say I'm doing fine. Yes, this is a new ion engine effect. Yeah, so people have actually, or like various militaries have flown nuclear reactors in space. But the other thing about nuclear reactors is they need to survive a sufficiently long voyage out to Pluto. Now, the voyage of New Horizons to Pluto was very, very fast, and they didn't have to worry about, you know, rendezvous. So they could just like slice across the orbit of Pluto at an angle. But if you wanted to arrive at Pluto and rendezvous, you would actually have to come up like this, and that would actually then put constraints on the time that took to get there. So I'm not convinced that you could get to Pluto in any reasonable time. Besides, we want to put orbiters around Neptune, Uranus first. They are far more interesting. There's many more moons and stuff around there. Neptune is especially interesting. Okay. What, right, I mean, so Simpleton Snowman, basically SLS is expensive compared to Falcon Heavy. Like, for the price of several Falcon Heavy launches, you could get a single SLS launch. And on top of that, like, if there is a need, Elon Musk is all about the Mars Colonial Transporter as well, right? There we go, coming down there. And the Mars Colonial Transporter is vastly more capable and still going to be cheaper than SLS. I mean, here's the thing. A rocket that Elon Musk has sketched out on the back of a napkin, right? Okay, he's done a little more than that. But he thinks a rocket that is designed to go to Mars is still going to be cheaper than the SLS. Do I like space engineers, I've been asked. I love space engineers, but I cannot be bothered to design spacecraft in voxel games because it's just more time than I have. That's what happens, right? Okay, we're just gonna land this thing. It's great. This thing has loads of thrust. These ion engines are rather unrealistic, if I do say so myself. Elon Musk has big visions, and he also has big wallets, so he actually knows, you know, he's not crazy, right? He has big ideas and the money to back him. Oh, crap. Okay, let's fix this thing. Let's gotta slow this thing down. Man, let's land it once again. And just get this thing down onto the surface. See if I can balance it on its tail here. Bingo. Okay, look. Now see if it can balance. That's pretty awesome. What do I think the Flat Earth Society, many of the members of the Flat Earth Society know that what they're pitching is completely bogus, but they love the intellectual exercise of trying to argue for something so ridiculous. I think they like the idea. I don't think that many of them genuinely think the Earth is flat. I think they treat it as like let's see what kind of crazy ideas I can come up with to argue that the Earth is flat. And that's great! Unlike people that perhaps argue young Earth creationism who largely do it because, a book that's 4,000 or 2,000 years old and has been modified several times by medieval, scholars. Believe it. I totally think that I have no problem with Christians because, damn it, if you want to act like Jesus Christ, then Jesus Christ was an awesome bloke. He was a really awesome individual, right? So, yeah. Never mind. I should probably just shut up. Who's set slow mode on this?
You.
You? No, you.
You?
No, you. Sky, can you not set slow mode of 45 seconds? That's far too long. I think Sky is holding the thing to hostage. No, I'm as I said,
Gang beasts.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Or
Really?
Inferno.
You should show him it.
Okay.
No, gang beasts or Little Inferno.
Orion, can you grab the controller from the other computer so we can at least have 3 players?
Yeah. We're gonna have 3-player gang beasts.
Wait, this one works?
Yeah, you just need to go down behind it and unplug it.
Okay. That one? Sure.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
So I free it.
3 kids against 0 adults. Wait, do you have 4 controllers?
No, I only have 3. Actually, if I could use Bluetooth, I could possibly get the PlayStation controllers running. But, yeah, I don't right now. Okay. So look, you can send this new thing to the moon. Not moon. Minmus, to Minmus. Can I just point out, I think these ion drives are a little overpowered. Just a little, just a tiny amount. Just a teeny amount. Actually, it's not really tiny. Actually, those ion drives are incredibly overpowered. They're just insanely overpowered compared to the real thing. Just,
Looks like
No. This is no drunkenness involved.
No, gang
You said
beasts.
gang beasts.
Gang beasts. Gang beasts.
It's a pretty fun game.
It is? Did you play it?
Yeah, I played it
When did you play it?
earlier today.
Food.
Oh, you did. That's right. Yes. Before you played Dungeons. Can you explain what happened on your epic quest for loot?
So we killed
This is
a
giant.
12-foot bear.
A 12-foot bear?
Yeah, cave
Yeah.
bear.
I can barely believe that.
We killed a
I was a
spider.
dwarf.
We killed a bunch of spiders.